Sairam. So today is the 29th of December 2023, and we are just 2 days away from saying goodbye to year 2023. Lot of resolutions are made, and I don't know how many we have fulfilled, how many are going to repeat in 2024, and what's going to happen. We don't know, whatever we think we will resolve to do in this coming year, how many we actually do, how many we resolved to do at the beginning of 2023, how many did we actually uh, did, and so on and so forth. Again, in 2024, January, we make new resolutions, and with a resentment about some of the resolutions which we made, or all the resolutions which we made in the beginning of 23, we haven't lived up to. So resentment, disappointment, so on and so forth. So it's a game of, it's a play of our mind or Maya, right? First of all, let's come to New Year's resolution later. What are resolutions? Here we are not talking about resolving. It's the resolution, assertion, a decision. A decision with absolute assertiveness stating that I shall do this, right? Now, what is that resolution all about? Whatever I am today, from that state, I will become better. Whatever I have today, which is not necessary, which is detrimental to me, I will get rid of it. Whatever I don't have, which I feel is necessary for me, I shall gain. Whatever is there already, which I don't need anymore, I know. So I shall get rid of it, right? These are called the resolutions, right? We resolve. We resolve to make ourselves better than what we were. And how do we do it? Either by changing ourselves for better, or getting rid of things which are an impediment to our growth or our betterment, right? These are the two things, two ways of living up to the resolution that you make. The resolution to make, two things are very necessary to understand. Know what you want, know what you don't want. Be sure about knowing what you don't want more than knowing what you want to begin with. In order to know what you want and what you don't want, know yourself. It begins with self-inquiry. It can be anything. I can give you a very small, simple example which is relevant to many people. Most of us, we take a decision that come what may, from this year, from January onwards, I will shed at least about 3 to 4 kgs of my weight, which is I'm obese and I have to shed my weight. 3 4 kgs a month by another 6 months before the end of uh, December, the end of this year, I would be chiseled, and I don't know how many decades have gone by since we took that decision or made that resolution. We are only increasing our weight, right? So the resolution is more driven by your that moment, and more driven by your euphoria. not driven by your understanding of thyself. If I may say this in Hindi, we say it as हम लोग जो निर्णय लेते हैं वो जोश में लेते हैं, होश में नहीं लेते. जो निर्णय हम जोश में लेते हैं वो कभी पूर्ण नहीं होगा. जो निर्णय हम होश में लेते हैं उस वो पूर्ण होने में संभावनाएं ज्यादा है, अधिक है. So what we resolve to do it under the influence of a momentary euphoria seldom gets fulfilled. What we contemplate and take a decision, make a plan, and go after it, the possibilities of fulfilling those are much higher. I wouldn't say certain, but certainly much higher. That is how the resolutions work. Coming to this event of 1st of January, New Year resolution, we all have heard, we have all made, and we have all failed. And few of us might have succeeded in few of the things which we have decided to do. As I said, the resolution that you make, if it is based on a momentary euphoria, it's not going to work. Let us not fool ourselves. And what is backed by the reasoning and with a proper plan, which has higher ability or higher possibility of fulfilling or doing, is backed by the intellect, reasoning. That has more possibility of happening. But why are we linking it to first week of January or 1st of January? I really wonder. Every morning we wake up is the new day for the rest of your life. Every morning we wake up is the new or the first day for the rest of our lives. So why do we restrict ourselves to the first week of January and then cry at the last week of December? Why don't we look at it that every morning we wake up is a new beginning for the rest of the life which we are left with, right? So now there is a very important thing which comes into play. Why it does not succeed? Because we have taken a decision or made a resolution based on the momentary euphoria, which we call it as Josh. Why it doesn't work? There is a major essence of self-doubt. A self-doubt is the one which is playing. First of all of us laughed, all of us smiled, all of us, you know, giggled a bit from within when we spoke about New Year resolutions, which we make every year. All of us did. Why? Is because we all know that resolutions we make and it doesn't get fulfilled because we don't go after it. We all know it. So since you believe that it is useless, the resolutions that we make is non-consequential. Life goes on. New challenges are thrown at us. So we know it. We don't know how many decades we have lived with a resolution every year. Not much has worked or nothing has worked. So that mindset, that firm opinion, which is embedded in us, will make sure that nothing materializes. what we call it as creative consciousness. So your creative consciousness is at work. This before resolution, resolution is built on a foundation of doubt. How can it work? It cannot work. And do not bring, my suggestion, do not bring the resolution or do not link the resolution to this first week of January, New Year's, new beginning. I look at it in a very radical way that the avadhutas that we are, every morning is a new morning. Every sunrise is a new day, new life of the rest of our lives. So let us take a step back, understand, even if you want to coincide with the first week of January, a new year, fair enough, not a problem. Before that, not over a couple of drinks or at a party or amongst few friends, don't take those resolutions. Before that, just before that, maybe 2 days, 3 days, 1 week before that, think. We have got caught into the biological clock. We have got caught into the clock of 365 days, 12 months, 4 weeks a month, and so on and so forth. So we have got caught into this age, the ageless that we are, but we have got caught into that. So let us remain in it and make a plan. Why? What are all the things which I think I want? What are all the things which I feel I don't want? What I don't want, I have to get rid of. What I want, I have to welcome it. What are the ways to achieve both these? Contemplate. It's always cause and effect. So when you contemplate and say that, okay, these are all the things which I want to achieve, whatever is the obstacles, I'll have to remove. It can be procrastination, it can be laziness, it can be, many things. Shed it. Whatever you don't want, you have, like, you have certain conditions, you have certain your toxic relationships, or you have a lot of things which you don't want. So what are all the things which are the reasons for them to remain in our lives? So make a list of that and say that, yeah, these are the things which have to go. Now comes the play of your guru. You submit to your guru or your God and say that this is what I feel. Because end of the day, please understand, the decision and destiny are intertwined. Your Vartamana karma is based on your decision, your free will. Decision made by your free will, from your free will. So that will manifest into reality. Thoughts into reality. Those thoughts are the ones which will make your decisions. So decision to reality. So let us say, what on the 20th of December or 25th, 27th, 29th, whatever, sit. Reflect on the year that has passed. What all could have achieved and we did not. What all could have been avoided but we did not. What are all the things which are the reasons for both? And going by this experience, what is it that, how am I going to make sure that the next year is not going to repeat itself? So this is something which you have to sit and reflect. Don't make resolutions and don't make a mockery of yourself and the resolutions that you make. We are making fun of ourselves, none other than ourselves. And we are the ones who are laughing at ourselves at the end of this year. So make a list of resolutions. Then you approach your guru. This is what it is. This is my thought. This is how I want to make changes in my life in the coming year. These are things which I will get rid of, like your old clothes. These are the things which I will acquire a better life. Then work towards it. Submit it to your guru. Sit in contemplation and trust me when I say this. A resolution which is reasoned out, like the way it was just explained, will manifest into a reality. Eventually, it is the guru who will ensure that your resolutions are manifested into realities. Of course, your creative consciousness, but there is someone who is above. If it is not good for you, he will ensure that it doesn't manifest. So don't regret. But you be at it, you give your 100% to that. Do not say that कि चमत्कार को नमस्कार, चमत्कार हो जाएगा, जो मैंने सोचा वो हो जाएगा. What I thought will happen, come what may. Yeah, it will, but there is an effort, there is a process. So what if it doesn't happen? Don't get disappointed. It was not meant. Trust your guru. Reflect on yourself. Contemplate on the past. Contemplate and look for what you want in the future. Get rid of what you don't want. Welcome what you think you want. Leave it to your guru, it will manifest. Have a matured, intellectually reasoned out plan and so-called resolution. Since we are linking it to this new year, of course, it's a beautiful moment. Stick to it, no problem. But look at it this way. It's a present continuous thing, your life. And you are ever evolving. In that process, every morning you wake up is a new day for the rest of the rest of your life. So don't restrict it, but yes, this is one big opportunity. This is one big moment rather than an opportunity where you can, and you can draw the timelines and do it. So this is how we address the resolutions. And if it doesn't work or if you haven't fulfilled, know why you haven't lived up to the resolutions rather than sulking and self-loathing. It doesn't help. It is not going to help. So that also becomes a pattern that is only going to diminish your confidence in yourself. That is only going to destroy the self-confidence that you can do it. But you will start thinking that, okay, I resolved to do something last year. It did not happen. I am sure what I'm going to resolve now is also not going to happen. It's not going to happen. If you believe deep within that it is not going to happen, you're right. If you believe deep within that it is going to happen, you're right. What you believe is what is going to happen. Remove the self-doubt. Forget the self-loathing. Stop regretting. Start afresh. Trust me, in the brief history of time, this disappointments of a year or a decade or a couple of decades is nothing, not even a fraction. For what you have been, remember, from 86 lakh births, you have become a Homo sapien. As a Homo sapien, several births you have taken, your progress. Today, your guru has held you. The Sankalpa, resolution, in other words, is Sankalpa. To evolve, understand the truth is the biggest resolution which you have taken. In that, when you have a goal, which is a long distant, there are smaller multiple goals that you set. So do not be disappointed. Don't regret. Don't mock yourself. Don't make fun of yourself. Stay calm. Reflect. Get serious. Contemplate. Forget about what has happened. Learn from what has happened. Make a resolution based on something which has been intellectually reasoned out and leave it to your guru. Trust me, life will get better year on year, right? So these are my 2 cents on the New Year resolutions. What is a resolution? Resolution is nothing but a sankalpa, right? So how we leave it to our guru, and just by leaving it to your guru, you're not going to get anything. Baba has very clearly said, "He who commit to my samadhi, his sorrows and suffering shall cease to exist." But you have to go to his samadhi. That karma you have to make, you have to do. And how to do it is by praying to him to draw us to his samadhi. Likewise, you have a thought. You have a thought to better yourself, better your life from your existing realities to a better realities in every aspect, whether it is worldly, materialistic, or spiritual, or whatever relationship, or whatever. Go to your guru, trust him, it will manifest. If it doesn't, don't worry. There's something which is better in store, right? So, जोश में काम करेंगे तो कुछ होगा नहीं. होश से काम लीजिए, सब कुछ हो जाए, right? These are my few words on resolutions. Sai Ram.